Okay, here's all the nuts and bolts and shoes and hooks and everything, and I'm going to just squirt that right, just a whole bunch of 3-in-1 oil in there and let it soak. Alrighty, I squirted a little 3-in-1 oil in there, and a little carburetor cleaner too. I figured it couldn't hurt. So I generally like to use just like plain old Windex when I wash these things at first. I have polished them with car polish on that outside part there. But I'll take a little Windex and I'll work that thing over. I'm going to be very careful of the Supertone stamp, because that one is pretty darn well preserved, and I don't want it to get damaged at all. So I'm probably going to just wash right around it, just especially so that I don't damage it. You can see it's a little wrinkly. If I was very rough with it, it wouldn't be hard for it to crumble and go away, so we don't want that to happen. Alright, I went ahead and cleaned this thing up a bit, and what I did was, Honey Baby's got this fixative that she uses for her pictures, and I squirted a little tiny bit of that fixative on the Supertone sign inside there, just to kind of give it a little extra protection, because as fragile as it was, you know, somebody could just about rub their hand across it kind of firm and knock it all right off of there. And other than that, all I've done is wash this thing. And after that fixative gets good and dry, I'll take me some lightweight oil and rub into the wood. And it wouldn't hurt to rub it around the outside of this whole thing, just to kind of freshen it up a little bit. Oil is always a good thing to put on some wood. So next time I have a day off, I'll come back and might as well. I went ahead and polished the ring. I believe this is a brass ring. I was talking about how really you can tell the quality of a banjo very often by what's brass and what's not. On a real good banjo, these bolts and these shoes will be brass. This ring right here is brass, and you know, it's something that they weren't willing to cut corners on that. Most people seem to think that a brass ring was all the rage back in the day. I was looking at some of my banjos. I know a lot of the old Vegas have got really beautiful looking nickel-plated brass screws in the back of their banjo. This is a Fairbanks, and I think these might be, but they're so old they're probably pretty tarnished and all. But anyway, you can pretty much tell even today, if you want to tell how good quality of a banjo is, just see how much brass is in it. And you can usually tell when you pick it up. If it's got much brass in it, it'll be heavy. So, alright, I've said enough. It's late and I gotta get some sleep and go to work tomorrow, so I'll let all this sit, and then next time I have a day off, I'll put the head together and I'll spend a little time working on that neck. Once I get it straightened out, we'll put this baby back together and string it up and go from there.